PA. This is Lita.
Hi, Lita. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, sir. How are you?
Oh, so good.
All right.
Is a Mike Spencer around?
Let me check for you. May I tell who's calling?
Yep, Nick, the guy who called yesterday.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Sure. It gives you wings. Just in case I can get a bunch of, commercials.
Hi, this is Detective Spencer.
Hey, how you doing, Detective Spencer?
How you doing?
Oh, so fantastic. You seem a little down in the dumps. Are you okay?
Oh, no, man, I'm all good. Just one of those work days.
Oh, man, I tell you what, working for a living.
Yep.
Okay, so Detective Spencer, this is Nick Morrow calling.
Okay, hey, how you doing?
Oh, well, if you know what happened to me, then you know I had a rough go of it, but I'm doing pretty good right now.
Huh?
All right, so what are your duties in the office of, what's the name of your office again?
It's Office of Professional Accountability. Pretty much we just take, we handle complaints, pretty much, which way they come into our office, and we investigate them related to employees of our department.
So, are you still an employee of Metro?
Yep, I am.
But you're investigating Metro?
We just handle this kind of complaints. Whenever a complaint comes in against an officer or a civilian employee of the police department, we handle that investigation.
So, police, and police.
Yep.
Okay, so how many people have you prosecuted? Like, personally? How many of those police officers and the complaints have you
Well,
gotten
we don't,
justice?
it's not like a prosecuting, we just make a recommendation of whether or not a employee violated policy or not.
Okay, can you repeat that again? Sorry, I'm trying to write it down.
Okay, we just make a recommendation of whether or not an employee violated our department's policy.
Oh, wow. Well, that seems like... How many people's in your office?
Oh, we have several. I want to say that we've got about anywhere from about 9 to 11 investigators at a time.
Okay. And so, let's just say, can I give you a hypothetical?
Yep.
Okay, so let's just say that you found out someone broke policy when they shot someone in the back. In this hypothetical, John Smith.
Mm-hmm.
What would your recommendation, how would that weigh into John Smith's benefit? Like, what would John Smith, who got shot in his back, get from your recommendation? The benefit of John Smith.
Like, it's not really we can't give them any kind of benefit. It's just, we just recommend a sanction against the employee.
So, what is a sanction?
It just depends on what the violation is. We just...
Like I said, so let's stick with the hypothetical. So let's say John Smith got shot in the back. You found out that it was against the policy, like the guy was just an idiot and he shot somebody who didn't need to be shot. What would that type of a sanction look and sound like?
It just depends. There's a number of policies that we have.
Right, but can you pick
In
one?
that kind of scenario, so it could be anything from he used inappropriate language. That could be a policy violation to inappropriate force.
Yeah, what's inappropriate? Inappropriate force. What would that, or even?
It just depends. We don't.
Do you have an attempted murder policy?
Action. we just make the determination as whether or not they violated policy.
Who does the sanctioning?
It's not us. It's usually their supervisors, their chain of command. It
So,
can come from our office. Our office doesn't do that.
time out. So you guys investigate it,
Yeah.
and then you guys make a recommendation,
Mm-hmm.
and then the guy's boss
Mhm.
decides whether or not to punish him.
We don't do the punishment.
Right, but let's say Officer Dudade. Officer Dudade did something. You make a recommendation. Officer Dudade, if he's got a really good relationship with his boss, it's that boss that's going to make a determination on Dudade.
That's going to be somebody in their chain of command that makes the recommendation.
Woo! Boy, that sure does seem a little bit woo. That seems like that system could be corrupted quite easily, doesn't it?
It's just the way we do things here. We don't. And that's just how it's always been.
So what? Okay, let me get back to because I got a little list of questions here. That before I just want to know what the outcome. You know what I mean? Like I want to know if I tell you a cop's name that did something to me, does that mean that I can't ask them any questions? Are they automatically like represented by the union or a lawyer from that moment on?
Yeah, typically a citizen complainant. Like,
So if I say Officer Dudade did this to me,
yeah,
then you file that paperwork and start an investigation,
yeah.
even though it's in house, and there's most likely nothing going to ever happen to that person. They get a lawyer.
They can if they want.
Woo, for free, or do they have to pay for it?
No, I mean, which way you look at it, they're paying for it.
Who's paying for it?
They are.
How?
However they decide to get a lawyer.
So the police are paying for it?
No, they have to pay for it.
A
I don't
union?
know how they're going to get a lawyer, so I can't tell you how they're going to pay for it. But typically I would think lawyers charge money, so.
Yeah, but some lawyers are already getting paid by the department. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can get their representation up with the FOP, but you got to pay to get that lawyer.
Okay. All right. So let's go to the next question. 1 second. I just dropped my notebook. So basically right now as a citizen, right?
Mm-hmm.
I can just call the chief's office, and then the chief will send an email to one of these people, and they have to call me back and answer my questions because you guys are public servants, right?
Depends on what you're trying to look for.
What do you mean?
I mean, I don't know what information you're wanting answered.
What information is not available to citizens?
No, I mean, I don't know who you're going to look forward to.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying, but you just said that I might not be able to get questions answered, so who could I
No,
not?
I don't know what your questions are, so I don't know what kind of...
Well, that's what I'm saying. So what kind of questions would not get answered?
No, that's not what I'm saying. I don't know. Depends on the questions you ask. You could be routed to certain different departments, different directions, so...
There's a lot of departments in there.
Yeah.
All right. So the best case scenario, if Officer Dudade shot John Smith in the back, and what's the best case scenario for John Smith?
I can't really tell you anything like that, because
Would Officer Dudade go to jail?
it depends on the circumstances.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Worst case scenario for Officer Dudade, best case scenario for John Smith.
I can't really say. I don't know what John Smith's circumstances are, so...
Well, that's what I'm saying. John Smith is in the right in this hypothetical. Everything about John Smith is perfect. Like, he is a model human being. He's gorgeous. Like, he's just he's like a humanitarian. He's funny. He's got an amazing flowing mane around his face. It's like a beautiful beard, this guy, in this hypothetical. And then Officer Dudade is just kind of a, you know, he's just kind of a bad apple. He's just kind of a wild card out there with a gun. And so if that's the scenario, and then Officer Dudade shoots wonderful John Smith in the back for no reason, and then what is John Smith justice? What kind of justice is he going to get out of this interaction?
If an officer does and end up violating our policy,
Mm-hmm.
then they'll be sanctioning appropriately.
Right, but what does sanctioning mean? That's what I'm not understanding.
No, that's what I'm saying. I can't tell you what a sanction would be for.
So that's not public record or public knowledge?
It will be at the end of an investigation, but
Well, no, I'm not asking what. I'm saying, what can you give me examples of sanctioning that have happened in the past out of bad shoots?
it can vary. Our sanctions, they start out at
Give me 5 of them.
and or reprimand or written counseling up to suspension days.
So the maximum penalty is suspension days if you shoot somebody?
Oh yeah, I can't tell you. I know a certain amount of days. I can't tell you anything. It varies.
But if I shot somebody in the back, what would happen to me, you think, as a detective? Because you're a detective, so you probably got some experience, maybe even in...
Depends.
What would happen to me if I was in the wrong, but I just didn't have a policy book or like some kind of cloaked in immunity Star Wars type of shit going on?
I can't answer that question for you.
Ah.
You have to call over to the DA's office.
Oh, to the DA's office?
Yeah, they handle the prosecution.
So here's a question for you
There's
then.
the prosecution.
Okay, cool. So here's a question for you. Let's say I wanted to prosecute the police officer. Would I go through you to make that happen, or would I go to the DA's office?
You probably most likely go to the DA's office.
Probably or definitely?
It just depends. I'm not sure how that works because I don't have.
Could you find that out for me and maybe email it to me?
No,
What?
I understand. Like after I got your complaint.
You did?
And I have everything associated with it.
Mm-hmm. Can you send that to me in an email? Because I don't have everything associated with it.
You have it.
No, I don't.
Yeah, the complaint.
Yeah, no, I don't. But it's not completed.
No. Your complaint, we're actually not going to process your complaint because what you're saying, looking into it, it's just been predetermined that violations you haven't alleged any kind of policy violation.
Well, yeah. Well, I guess you guys are allowed to shoot people, huh? I'm gonna get that changed though, pretty quick here. I can give you that one for free.
Okay.
So you're not. Honestly, I think that your department is probably the most useless waste of taxpayer dollars that ever happened. To be 100%, because you don't really do anything, right?
Okay.
This is just a humble citizen's opinion, right?
Yes.
I think you get paid by the department to police the department, but the level of policing you can do is paperwork. So I don't know. So what kind of background do you have to get that job? Like, were you in? Did you do homicide investigation or?
Your background's vary, but if you don't have anything else.
What did you do though?
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you don't have anything else related to this matter, and it sounds like you don't, then
No, I got a lot more. You want me to ask you some more questions?
I think we're good for today.
Who's good, you or me?
Yeah, I think we both are.
I doubt
But I
that.
got your complaint, and I'm entering it in, but
Yeah, I want that emailed. After you enter it in, I want it emailed to me.
well, you can try to request it, but
No, I don't have to. I got shot by you assholes.
not an investigation, okay? And as far as what we can tell,
I want the paperwork from your office. If you don't give it to me,
Okay.
I'm going to get in touch with the
request
chief
it.
and the mayor.
Request it.
What's that?
That's fine.
I'm requesting it right now through you.
No.
You're not doing anything, so you might as well send me an email.
All right.
What's that?
No, I'm telling you right now, like I have what you submitted, and we're not acting on it.
I didn't submit anything. The mayor's office did, big guy.
They submitted it to us.
Right, they submitted it, not
Okay.
me.
Yeah. And
I didn't submit it.
and you,
That's your boss, not mine.
we're not acting on it, okay?
Well, you wouldn't have acted on it anyways, from what you told me, right? Y'all don't basically do anything.
Alright. But if that's all you have, that's all I have. Okay?
Sure. Have a great one.
Alright, you too.